My first week in China, my colleagues took me to Walmart. They had good intentions. They thought that Walmart would give me a sense of something familiar. But it had the opposite effect. As soon as I stepped foot in a Chinese Walmart, I realized one thing: home was very, very far. The Walmarts in China actually have an interesting story. The first Walmart store opened in the city of Shenzhen in 1996. But from 2016 to 2021, the company closed over 100 of its outlets in China, including the very first Walmart. When this very first Walmart opened in China, the company tried to do what most brands coming to China do: adapt. Adapting is the strategy most brands take in China. This makes for really interesting creations like this fried chicken bun pineapple bacon burger from KFC, these beautifully shaped Chinese New Year desserts from McDonald's, a set of very expensive sweet dumplings from Starbucks for Dragon Boat Festival, seaweed flavored pretz, and lots more. Here I'm exploring the many flavors of dark chocolate available at Walmart. So you got matcha, I think, flavor, mango. I'm not sure what this is. Rose? I'll get to that. Okay, this is durian. This is where we know that well. No way. Is that for real? Can there be a wasabi chocolate? Oh my god, it's wasabi duff. Okay, if there is one thing we should try. Come on. But as much as Walmart tried to understand and accommodate Chinese customers, it never really worked. Articles on Forbes, Fortune, and the Wall Street Journal go into more informed detail as to why this happened, and I will link them down below. But there are two main reasons most sources mention. One is that Walmart was unable to replicate its very efficient supply system in China because of the country's size and infrastructure gap at the time. The second is that Walmart simply misunderstood the Chinese consumer. According to the Forbes article I've mentioned earlier, people in China were used to buying groceries in open-air local markets. Walmart came to China with its standard big box format. It was unusual and unfamiliar, and local markets seemed like a more fulfilling and satisfying option to local shoppers. By contrast, a local supermarket chain, SunArt, took a different approach and styled their stores much like the outdoor food markets with tabletop seafood displays and in-store noodle stands. This worked very well, and SunArt went on to gain a larger market share in China, even with a smaller number of stores. And Walmart actually took on this approach as well later on, which you will see in this walkthrough. But to this day, Walmart in China seems to remain in some sort of limbo. It is not particularly popular with the locals, and the foreigners who seek it out to buy cheese and milk end up getting lost in the aisles filled with rice and cooking oil. But this is why we are here. Let me take you on a quick but eventful Walmart walkthrough, so you can make up your own mind. We are starting off in the deli section. Here you can see what quick, ready-made foods you can grab at Walmart. You will have your pick of noodles, fried rice, pickled vegetables, dim sum, baked goods, pizzas, and lots more. My personal favorite are cold noodles. They come in lots of different shapes and textures, but are mostly spicy and really, really good. You can grab a plastic container and mix and match any noodles you want. They're also very affordable, and they're a popular breakfast food across China. Now we are in the deep fried goods section. Here you can find deep fried, well, almost anything. Fish, chicken, shrimp, potato, basically any other vegetable. Pickled vegetables are also big in China, and they are served at the beginning of a meal and are often very spicy, but so good. Do you have any requests? The rest I don't know. Okay. Now we're in the section that some may find unsettling. Chicken feet. Chicken feet are a popular snack, especially in the south of China. You can buy chicken feet at almost any store, including a 7-Eleven. Most supermarkets have whole sections dedicated to them, and you will find chicken feet in lots of variations, from chips to pickled. Now, let me give you a quick feel of what shopping in a Chinese Walmart is like. So I will stop talking and catch you again in the seafood section.
凉面现现拌的啊，口味多，品种多了啊。
This is the fresh seafood section, where you can also buy seaweed. Another thing you can do here is fish your own fish out of an aquarium, which I've seen a lot of people do. Customers in China value the freshness of their food, and a lot of supermarkets across the country offer the option to catch your own dinner in the seafood aisle. Next up is the fruit section. You can buy almost any fruit you can think of in a Walmart here, from mangoes to mangosteens. You can also get durian or jackfruit. A quick side story here. When I first moved to China, I did try durian, but I made the mistake of buying the whole fruit and taking it home. I tried a piece, quickly realized that it was not my cup of tea, and left it in the fridge for a week. Needless to say, by the time the infamous durian smell had penetrated every corner of my little apartment. And since then, I've never had durian again. One thing you may notice in China is that people often pay a lot of attention when picking the fruits and vegetables they buy. As I've mentioned earlier, in China, people are used to buying fruits and vegetables at the market, and they're also used to being scammed into buying low-quality produce. So you will often see people carefully examining all sides of an apple before placing it into their cart. I'm a very hectic shopper, so I tend to just throw things into my shopping bag without a second look, and I've seen people give me judgmental glances over my very inefficient shopping strategy. Now, the coolest thing about shopping in supermarkets in China is the checkout, or rather the contrast between fishing out a fish from an aquarium with almost your bare hands and scanning product barcodes with your phone and paying via a chat app with zero human-to-human interaction. As you can see here, we have just scanned the barcodes of the things we've bought with the Walmart app. We will now pay for them with the WeChat app. And we'll get a QR code, which we will need to scan as we exit the store to show that we have paid for all the things that we've bought. And that's it. That's the checkout experience. And there you have it. We've talked about Walmart and we've walked through it. I hope that this trip has been informative and maybe even a bit of fun. And I would love for you to join me on the next adventure. Have a wonderful day.